Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Is there such a thing as Wimbledon in wine country? Stay tuned. All right, so my buddy Jerod hooked us up. Jerod, are we at Wimbledon?
I wish we were, Harry. I wish we were, but it's not bad either. This is not bad either, so it's pretty good.
Is this real grass?
Yes, it's not turf, guys. It's not turf.
Where are we?
We are at the lawn club here in St Helena, thanks to a local connection, and got Harry out here for a vid, and hopefully we'll have some fun today.
This is real.
100% real. This is real. Real
So,
grass court.
Wimbledon in wine country.
Couldn't have said it better myself here.
All right, so I have the president of the Lawn Tennis Club out here, Jack Oliver, who's going to tell us a little about his club. All right, Jack, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for coming out.
Thank you for spending the time.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about your club.
Yeah, so the Lawn Club opened in November of 2020. We are a 501c7 nonprofit tennis club. So essentially a group of families came together and formed the club strictly for love of tennis and focus on tennis. We don't have a pool. We don't have volleyball. We don't have pickleball. We don't have golf. We're just a little community tennis club and really a home for people who want to play on non-hard court surfaces and kind of just fall back in love with tennis again or discover it for the first time. So we're really proud of kind of how we're getting people excited about tennis, whether they've been playing it for years or just left a different sport to come to tennis.
Got it. So why St. Helena?
Well, we live in this community. We're from here, and there's actually a fair amount of tennis history up in the Napa Valley. A lot of tennis players, starting from Napa all the way up to Calistoga. So there's just been a long history of tennis here, and we wanted something again that was just tennis and that got us on the clay. As we get older, it's gentler on the body. It's cooler, doesn't absorb or reflect heat, and so a group of families, a few individuals just took the plunge a few years ago when it was basically just on a cocktail napkin and a PowerPoint slide and said, yeah, let's go for it.
Must be nice. So we got 3 Har-Trus out here, and you have 2 grass courts. Now, how did that come about?
The original idea actually was to have all grass, which would have been a disaster in hindsight. But really just going back to the origins of the sport. The game was invented on grass. It was meant to be played on grass. We talked about all the slams being on grass, or 3 of the 4 into the 70s. So again, we figured if we all came together, kind of shared the costs and the elbow grease of maintaining these services, we would have the joy of playing on them, and that's what we have.
Okay, great. So let's take a look at the grass, and then come back to the Har-Tru. All right, Jack. So we're on 2 grass courts. So how do we maintain this? How does it work?
Well, I'd say it's more of a labor of love. When you step on a freshly cut grass court with freshly painted lines like we're on right now, and you rip that first winter or have that great unique grass point, it's worth all the maintenance for sure. But yeah, it's not something I would encourage you to try at home. Basically, developing a grass court is you're getting in the farming business, and luckily we're here in the Napa Valley, so we have some familiarity with that. But you're talking your grass turf varietal that you're choosing. You're talking soil and sand mixture underneath the soil, and then you're off to the maintenance, which is mowing it. A lot of people know about the mowing, but you also potentially once a month are vertical cutting it, so blades comes down and pulls thatch out of the grass. Then you're seasonally aerating it, so you need to punch small holes in it like a putting green would. And then you're constantly throwing light dustings of sand on top to keep your surface level. So there's a few things going on. Oh, and I forgot, you're also spraying the turf to manage and regulate the growth of the grass.
Oh, wow.
So there's a few things going on. But yeah, this is hybrid Bermuda grass that we selected here because we do get high temperatures. So it actually loves 100-degree heat. It takes a lot of abuse. If you look at our baselines, they're not torn up like you'll see even day 2, day 3 at Wimbledon because of their grass, little shallower roots. So it's very durable, and the best thing is it takes very little water. So we're only watering about twice a week right now.
And then you said you spent 3 hours with your son lining this yesterday for us.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Shout out to my son, Peter. Yeah. So it, just like painting, right? It's all about the prep time.
Right.
Lining it out. Now, Wimbledon probably has someone who lives on the court for 2 weeks. So Wimbledon is not apples to apples. You can't really compare that, obviously, to the rest of the world. The grass they use, the climate, and their budget is unlimited. So, you paint every 2 weeks, and the lines fade a little bit, and that's part of it. You're gonna get a bad bounce. That's part of the fun. But it's a unique experience for sure.
It's beautiful. I mean, I feel like a thing here. I feel flat here. So this is going to contribute to the interesting play and the bouncing here.
Well, you're compacting right now, so we appreciate that. So the best grass courts get the most play because you're micro compacting. So we roll it as well with the weight, but just playing on a court helps it. And I would just add that people, grass courts, people kind of look at them with the hairy eyeball, but up until 1974, 3 of the 4 slams were still on grass: U.S. Open, Australian, Wimbledon. So it's where the game was invented.
Right.
That's why you're supposed to hold your serve in tennis, because it's so easy to hold your serve on a surface where you hit a light serve and boom, it skips off the grass. So that goes back to grass tennis as well. So a lot of history in the surface and a lot of fun. It is a seasonal surface outside of Palm Desert. It's for us, we'll probably hopefully get April to November play. Maybe in the East Coast, it's more like May to September.
A little less there. Yeah. Okay. So we have 2 grass courts here. We got 3 Har-Tru over there. Let's take a look at those. All right. So Jack, you got 3 Har-Tru courts out here. To me, this feels kind of like sandy-ish clay. Maybe you're more knowledgeable in this stuff than I am.
Yeah, so this is Har-Tru clay, which we refer to commonly as the American green clay. Har-Tru is an American company based in Virginia, and this is actually an engineered aggregate, if you will. It's actually crushed stone. So the benefit of it over red clay, which a European traditionalist would now punch me in the face as they'd say there is no benefit, but is that because it's stone, it drains better when there's moisture, and it holds up firmer. It's more compact. So you can play 2 or 3 sets, and you're not going to start getting big soft divot spots. Where with some European red clay, you may need to sweep in between sets to get that surface back level. So these courts honestly play like a slow hard court. They're very firm. And then the reason you see this consistent kind of aqua green color is because underneath the courts, we have Har-Tru's hydro court system, which basically percolates out the right amount of water to keep your moisture good. So there's no dust bowls going on right now. We don't have to top hose. So we can set a setting. There's 6 settings on each court to get the water just right.
Wow. So it's like heating up your home on the ground, but it's like keeping it moist underneath, huh?
Yeah, and so if you rub that in your fingers, you feel that stone. See?
Oh yeah.
It's a little micro stone.
Oh yeah.
It's more just percolating out. It's very water efficient. It's only percolating out a certain amount of water, and it just keeps the surface a consistent plane level.
That feels dry, yet there's there's a fine grit to it.
Well,
when you do that.
Again, what's interesting is that first of all, with the water, you're talking 10 to 15 degrees cooler on this court on a hot day because it's not absorbing and radiating heat like asphalt does. But the other point I was trying to make is it's a living thing, right? It's so when you come out in the morning, it's foggy. The court may play a little differently. You come out the end of the day, it's hot. It's had sun all day. It's going to play a little drier, a little faster. So again, it makes it fun to not have the monotony that you can have on some other surfaces.
So this is probably good for your extremities, right? It's good for your knees?
Yeah, I mean, Har-Tru, and I think there's ITF data shows, that your injury rate is 10 to 15% less, mostly because could be a basketball court, could be a hard tennis court, is when you make a hard stop, right? If you have too much resistance, something's gonna take that absorption.
Right.
But on surfaces like this, right, your foot slides, so you're dissipating that impact. If you look at even like the U.S. Open, you see the pros, they're now sliding on hard courts. It's amazing. And I think they're doing that because they realize, hey, I will reduce injury by sliding and dissipating that hard stop out.
Right.
So here, it happens naturally.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right, so we're in the pro shop?
Yeah, exactly. This is
Right.
our Lawn Club Pro Shop. We have, this is our club logo. It was designed by a local designer, Michael Roche, and it's kind of a modern twist off the old rackets crossed. So we have some apparel items, sweatshirts. We actually have a club jacket that is kind of fun that some members enjoy getting. We have, obviously, we offer stringing services to membership. We have rackets for sale, and we pride ourselves on our stringing program and being a consultative towards the player's ability and style and what have you. And then our official shoe is K-Swiss, which, as many of you know, has a California heritage started by two Swiss brothers in California. Everyone remembers those leather K-Swisses, and the 5 stripes represent the 5 buckles of the ski boot. So, and then we also have a clay court. This is the clay court sole for our Har-Tru courts.
So clay court sole versus hard court sole.
Yeah, just a deeper tread, and then they roll it up on the side a little bit that they don't on that shoe.
Right. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know about the ski thing. I did. You actually just taught me. So the 5 stripes, because they were a ski company, basically cinched your ski boot. Yeah, Jack just taught me something. That's awesome. All right, so I have the director of tennis out here at the Lawn Tennis Club, Coach Babar. Thank you for taking a little bit of time.
Oh, thank you for having us. Yeah.
You are the expert at grass since you played for your country's national team.
I didn't, but I have played on grass before. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I definitely have played tournaments growing up. Considering there's not a lot of grass, you could say I know a little more than some of the people here, but I definitely grew up playing a bit of tennis on grass, playing tournaments on grass. Being from Pakistan, which is a former British colony, they brought grass courts, and after they left, we kind of like India, Pakistan, Australia, these countries still have quite a grass court presence. So fortunate enough now that I think back that I got to play on grass.
Nice. So what are some tips that you could give us on how to play on this surface that's very unique to us Americans?
Oh, the first thing I will tell you, and no matter how many times I tell myself, is you have to stay low. The ball is not going to bounce. So it's earth, it's natural, it's uneven. It's got a personality. You play at different times of the day, it'll play different, but grass courts generally bounce low. So, I say that and people go, it bounces low. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's really low, so you have to stay low to the ground, bend your knees. Generally, you take a shorter backswing because balls have an uneven bounce. They can sometimes speed up, sometimes not take off. So instead of relying on timing and knowing where the ball is going to be, you kind of hold off and just kind of, cut your backswing short and make sure you make good contact. We had a conversation earlier where if you put topspin on the ball, it sits up. Mm-hmm. So the topspin doesn't get high, it just kind of sits up. So a better shot a lot of times is slice because it stays low, or if you can hit the ball flatter, it actually, all the things your coaches told you growing up, you do the opposite of that on this, which is what I tell a lot of my American friends is, net clearance is going to be lower, you're going to hit the ball flatter, and the ball's not going to bounce as true as you like it.
Right, so you have to make the last minute adjustments because even though it looks like a perfect ball coming at you, as soon as it hits the grass, anything can happen.
Absolutely. So things might change. So things can obviously, it's a little more, just unpredictable.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And that's why serve and volleyers like it, because they take the grass out of it. They take it out of the air so they don't have to deal with that uneven bounce as much, and they throw it back at their opponent and say, pass me.
Got it. Okay, so let's take a look at the other surface we have.
Absolutely.
Har-Tru.
Absolutely. Did you enjoy playing on the grass?
Oh, I loved it,
Good.
actually. All right, so Coach Babar, we got a Har-Tru surface here, which is the total opposite of that grass, right?
Absolutely. It's the opposite. You hit a flat ball or you hit a slice, it kind of sits up a bit more, and you get hurt on this surface. Here, if you hit with topspin, the ball's going to jump up over your shoulders. This is not as slow as the clay courts you see at the French Open. It's a little more higher bouncing. It's a different material, but gives you the closest feeling or sensations to an actual red clay that you can get. So what we love is that we have completely different polar opposites way of playing. You and I can go out and play on clay and you can beat me, and then the same day you and I go out and play on grass, I might beat you because that might suit my game style better. So it's a great way to experience tennis, and people will find that some people prefer clay, some people prefer grass, and you know, it's a great way to play tennis.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach. Yeah, looking forward to trying this too.
Please, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
All right, Matthew, we're in the locker room. Talk to me about your locker room.
Yeah, this is a member locker room. These are wood lockers. This one's mine here, 1-5. You get your rackets, you get your shoes, extra balls, that sort of thing. And, there's still a few lockers left. Yeah, Jack had a special, Petaluma wood. These were custom made, handmade here locally by a local carpenter.
So I heard you got some unique bathrooms and a shower.
Yeah, we do. Let's take a look.
Got it.
Right, so the hangers are different colors that represent the different tournaments. In the other bathroom here, you should have kind of an orangish clay color.
Yep.
That's Roland Garros, obviously.
Green
And then
with
again,
the
you've
purple.
got green and purple. Wimbledon.
Yes. The final one is...
U.S. Open, yellow and blue.
All right, so I got Matthew here. He's part of the membership committee. Tell us a little bit about how to join or how to play here.
Thanks, Harry. So our membership committee is really a tight-knit group of people who, are out kind of spreading the word about the lawn club. We're a relatively new club established in 2020, and we've got, 60 to 70 members at any given time. They're individuals, families, a few social members as well. But generally speaking, you just make an inquiry. You can go to our website, and we'll put that on the YouTube, I'm sure. And what I think is so unique about our membership is that we're kind of a tight-knit group of people. We love to play. There's always courts available here for now. And, a lot of us have joined kind of out of this post-COVID tennis renewal, as it were. We've got some great events here. We do a steak dinner for the New York Open, for the U.S. Open up here on the member deck. And, we have clinics, that members participate in. There's youth clinics, adult clinics. And it's really just a fantastic club to be a part of.
Do you get many people as members from the city?
Yeah, we have a lot of residents who have two homes. They'll have a second residence up here in the Napa Valley, and they live in the Bay Area kind of as a primary residence. Some of those flipped during COVID, right? And they were spending more time up here in Napa and Sonoma. And so we do have a number of members who kind of live in the city, and some who just come up here just for the tennis. What I love to tell people is you can play all morning, and then in the afternoon, maybe you go out for lunch or wine tasting or whatever it is, make it a round trip and spend the day up here. And so we have a number of members who will do that as well. Got it.
And you got Coach Babar over there. Can somebody come up and just take a lesson with him?
Yep, you can come up. We have a non-member fee, but if you want to just do a lesson with Babar, I think for our clinics, there's public access into privates with Babar or clinics with members, and we'll also do kind of a trial membership where you join for a week or so, and then see if you like it and get in on a hit or on a lesson. And if you love the surfaces, I think most people who come out here and play on the Har-Tru are amazed at how much better they feel after they play than when they play on hard. And similarly with the grass, it's kind of a completely different world, but it's so much fun. And we'll get doubles going and we'll get tournaments going. Member guest tournaments, is a great way also. I've had friends from the city come up from the office and play in the member guest with me. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. So we'll put the information below with the link for the Lawn Tennis Club. Okay, all the information will be there. All right, guys, what a fabulous day we had out here at the Lawn Tennis Club in St Helena. I want to thank Coach Babar for showing us the way in trying to play on the grass and then teaching us the way on the Har-Tru. This was my first time on both surfaces, so thank you so much. My knees will not thank me tomorrow. Matt, thank you for arranging it for us to come out. Did you want to tell the fans anything?
Yeah, thank you so much for coming, Harry, and for Tennis Spin. Fans, come on out to the Lawn Club. Our Instagram is Lawn Club SH. Check us out on Insta and check out our website. We've got memberships available, so we're looking for more real tennis players from the Bay Area to come on out. Be great to have you.
Perfect. And Coach Jerod, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being my partner today.
Thanks for having me out here. It's fun times, especially with these guys. Great stuff. Great stuff.
All right, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Mod Tennis.
All right, guys, check them out. Lawn Tennis, St. Helena, California. Wimbledon in wine country, as I said. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.